the end of the previous week, the two plasterboard workers had made a start on the interior surfaces of the house's walls, and I'd moved the interior doors inside, ready for when they began installing the internal partitions. Their plan was to finish all of the main sections of the wall coverings, so they could then press on with installing the partitions, and once this had been done, they would go back and fill in the small sections of wall surfaces over and below windows and doors that were still missing. They arrived at 9 AM on the 20th of February, and by lunchtime had made excellent progress. They had not only fitted all of the metalwork to the outer walls, to which the insulation and plasterboard dry lining sheets would be attached, but they'd also already installed many of the latter together with the insulation behind them. By the end of the day, they'd got about 3/4 of the insulation and dry lining in place, giving them a good head start for the following day. So rapid progress was indeed made the next day. The two men made the job of not only putting up the dry lining sheets look easy, but also accurately drilling them in the exact positions, according to a plan supplied by the electrician, where cables needed to emerge, ready ultimately to be connected to wall-mounted lighting switches and plug points. I was surprised by the thickness of the insulation that was being installed. I've only ever installed fiberglass or rock wool of half the thickness or less, but evidently this is now the thickness that modern insulation standards demand. By the end of the day, they'd got 80 to 90% of the insulation and dry lining installed. I was also very pleased to see that the whole of the interior of the house had been given a good clean-up, giving it a very clean and tidy appearance. I thought they'd made a mistake with the positioning of the bedside plug point and light switch in bedroom 1. The plug point is supposed to be at low level and the light switch higher up, so it can be operated from the bed. But there was only one hole with a cable emerging at plug point level. But these men aren't fools, and subsequent events proved that I was wrong and had misunderstood how the electrician had installed the wiring in the plastic conduit emerging from the wall.